Dear students, today I am going to teach you semantic, pragmatic and machine translation. As we know that in semantic task, we have to check the meaning of the word, meaning of the sentence. Actually, the problem is that same word having different meaning. So the word sense disambiguation problems arise. So in word sense disambiguation, words in natural language usually have a fair number of different possible meaning. If you take example, Alan has a strong interest in computational linguistics. Here, the meaning of interest is different, and in the another sentence, Alan pay a large amount of interest on her credit card. Here, meaning of interest is different. So, according to the meaning of the different word, according to the different meaning of the word, the sentence giving different perceptions. So for many tasks, question answering, translation, the proper sense of each ambiguous word in a sentence must be determined. So this is about semantic role labeling. For each clause, determining the semantic role played by each noun phrase, that is an argument to the word. Argument to the word. Suppose you have sentence, John drove Mary from Austin to Dallas in his Toyota Prius. So according to semantic role labeling, we have to label the every word of sentence. Suppose in this sentence we are labeling like this: John is an agent and Mary is patient. John drove Mary because then Mary is a patient, and source is Austin and destination is Dallas, and instrument is his Toyota Prius. The hammer broke the window. Here you can say that hammer is an agent and window is a object, and broke is the verb. It is also referred to a case role analysis, which is also called thematic analysis and shallow semantic parsing. So this slide is about semantic parsing. Similar to the syntactic parsing, semantic parsing also arises where you have to provide the meaning of every words. A semantic parser map a natural language sentence to complete detailed semantic representation, which is also called logical form. For many applications, the desired output is immediately executable by another program. Example, mapping an English database query to Prolog. If you have query like how many cities are there in the US, then you can convert in Prolog language in semantic way. So its answer or mapping of this English sentence, how many cities are there in the US, is answer bracket A comma count B, city B log BC, constant C, country ID USA Y. Here count is showing that how many cities, and city is the showing the name of the city, and log is showing the location of the city, and country ID is showing the ID of country of ID of the USA country. So this is textual entailment. Textual entailment determine whether one natural language sentence entails implies another under an ordinary interpretation. So, textual entailment implies one sentence theme in other words. For example, we can see by the help of this slide. Textual entailment problem from Pascal challenge. Here we are taking text and the huge market potential currently led by Google. Yahoo took over search company Overture service in last year, incorporation last year. So the hypothesis of this Yahoo bot Overture. When we talk about its entailment, it's true. The sentence Microsoft reveals Sun Microsystem Incorporation bought Star Office last month and plan to boost its development as a web-based device running over the net on personal computer and internet appliances. Its hypothesis is Microsoft bought Star Office, but its entailment is false. But because here Microsoft not only bought Star Office, but Microsoft want to enhance the Star Office. And another sentence, the National Institute for Physiology, the National Institute for Physiobiology in Israel was established in May 1971 as the Israel Center for Physiobiology by Professor Joel. Its hypothesis is coming. Israel was established in May 1907. We cannot say like this, so its entailment is false. In the sentence, since its formation in 1948, Israel fought many wars with neighboring Arab countries. Its hypothesis is Israel was established in 1948, so its entailment is true. So according to the hypothesis, if hypothesis is matching the text, then its entailment will be true or false, it's according. Another topic of natural language processing is pragmatics or discourse task. In the pragmatic analysis, it is called anaphora resolution or co-reference. Generally in the sentence, some word take the reference of others, but computer cannot understand these reference. So we have to perform anaphora resolution. So computer can understand the reference of some word. So it determines which phrases in a document refer to the some underlying entity. So for example, if we take example, John put the carrot on the plate and ate it. Here, carrot is a fruit which want to eat by John on the plate. But it is taking the reference of carrot, but not plate. But computer can understand that it is taking the reference of plate also. So John put the carrot on the plate and ate it. It may be the plate or it may be the carrot. But in the correct anaphora resolution, it should be a carrot. In another example, Bush started the war in Iraq, but the president needed the consent of Congress. Here, president is taking the reference of Bush. This is another difficult cases of reasoning where we have also performed anaphora resolution. Today was Jack's birthday. Penny and Janet went to the store. They were going to get presents. Janet decided to get a kite. Don't do that, said Penny. Jack has a kite. We will make you take it back. Here he, you and it is taking the reference. So he is taking the reference of Jack, and he is taking the reference of Janet, and it is taking the reference of kite. So we should understand ellipsis resolution is used where some word has, if you don't want to use some words. Suppose frequently words and phrases are omitted from sentences when they can be inferred from context. For example, if we are taking example like wise men talk because they have something to say. Fools. Wise men talk because they have something to say. So this is talking about wise men. But and in the below line, fools because they have to say something. But here we are not taking word talks because it's understood. Fools talk because they have to say something. It is said by Pluto. So we are also not saying it is said by which person. So when we write Pluto in bracket, then it's understood this understood that this line is written by Pluto, or this line is said by Pluto. So in the previous sentence we were not using talk, but in this sentence we are using talk. So this is called ellipsis resolution, where frequently words and phrases are omitted from sentences when they can be inferred from context. And these are the other tasks of natural language processing, pragmatic analysis, which is called information extraction. In the information extraction, identify phrase in language that refer to a specific type of entities and relation in text. Then entity recognition is task of identifying name of people, places, organizations, etc. in text. For example, if you have sentence like Michael Dell is the CEO of Dell Computer Corporation and lives in Austin, Texas, then you can identify phrases, entity like Michael Dell is people, Dell Computer Corporation is the organizations, and Austin, Texas is the place. This is another example where you can extract relation, identify specific relation between entities. So Michael Dell is the CEO of the Dell Computer Corporation and lives in Austin, Texas. So we can identify relations like that. Michael Dell is the CEO of Dell Corporation relation, Dell Computer Corporation. So relation of Michael Dell of Dell Computer Corporation of CEO. So you can identify relation Dell Computer Corporation with CEO. So these are the questions answering. We can also perform by the help of natural language processing. So you can find directly answer natural language questions based on information presented in a corpora of textual document. So as we know that the corpora is the large database by which we can find the answers of any questions with the natural language perspectives. So if you have large corpora of USA politics, then you can find the answer like that. When was Barack Obama born? Then this is factoid. Then you can find answer August 4, 1961. Who was president when Barack Obama was born? Then you can find answer John F. Kennedy. How many presidents have there been since Barack Obama was born? Then you can find answer 9. By the help of natural language processing, you can perform text summarization. Suppose if you have article of that article, if you want to find the summary, if this article is longer, then you can find the short summary. If the article like with a split decision in the final two primary and a flurry of superdelegate endorsement, Saint Barack Obama sealed the Democratic presidential nomination last night after a grueling and history-making campaign against Hillary Rodham Clinton. That will make him the first African American to had a major party ticket. Before a chanting and cheering audience in St. Paul, Maine, the first-term senator from Illinois severed what once seemed an unlikely outcome to the Democratic race with a nod to the marathon that was ending and to what will be another hard-fought battle against St. John McCain, the presumptive Republican nominee. The summary will be Senator Barack Obama was declared the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee. So, with the help of natural language processing, its application also of natural language processing is machine translation. So, you can translate one language to another language. So, for example, translate a sentence from one natural language to another. एक प्राकृतिक भाषा से दूसरे वाक्य का अनुवाद करें. If you have sentence like this, and if you want to convert this Hindi sentence into English sentence by the help of Google Translator, then its answer will be translate sentence from one natural language to another. The another examples are John drops Mary from Austin to Dallas in his Toyota Princess. This is English sentence. If you want to convert this English sentence into Hindi sentence, the आंसर विल बी जॉन ने अपने टोयोटा प्रियस में मरियम को ऑस्टिन से डलास भेजा. इफ यू वांट टू अगेन दिस हिंदी सेंटेंस टू कन्वर्ट इन इंग्लिश यूजिंग गूगल ट्रांसलेटर, then it doesn't mean the same sentence will appear. So its answer will be John sent Mary from Austin to Dallas in his Toyota Princess. So it's depend on the language to language, and this depend on the ambiguity of the words. So these are the steps in machine translation. First of all, it takes source text, then it deformate them, then pre-editing, then perform morphological analysis, then perform syntactic analysis, then perform semantic and contextual analysis. Then it go to internal representation of source language to internal representation of target language. Then in the another side, it's again perform semantic and contextual analysis, then performs syntactic analysis, then perform morphological analysis, then reformatting, then post editing, and then target test. So source text is the convert into target test. So in the left side we are working on the source text, and the right side we are working on the target test. From the internal representation of source language to internal representation of target language, it convert source language into target language, then target language formatting in right side, and source text format in left side. So these kind, after the passing of various phases, source text convert into the target text. So this is all about in this lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss more about semantic analysis. Thank you.